Yeah, welcome to another video. It's been a while since I made one. I thought I was going to make one in English today. It's actually easier for me to speak English. Lots of the terms used here from the technical analysis is in English. So yeah, I thought I would do it like that today. So it's been a while since I made a video about the Swedish stock market. I'm looking at OMX30. And I thought we're going to start here on the low time frame. This is H4, the 4-hour chart. Looks quite interesting actually. So of course it's been very shaky on the stock markets and everyone is worried. We have a trade war going and all these other issues concerning the global, the global economies, so to speak. And uh, but I'm going to put that aside, so I will focus on the technical analysis because that's really what I master best. So we have a situation where we're looking at a big candle here today. This is the most recent 4-hour chart, 4-hour candle, and you can see here that price is reaching this horizontal resistance level that has been tested actually, well, 4 times. Or well, 5 times if you count this here also. So yeah, it's a well-tested level on this particular time frame. And now we're back, and this time we also have here we tested a cloud from below and was rejected all the way down here. You can see this is a very nice candle here and probably attracted buyers. We saw a perfect test of the S2. This is the weekly S2. So we came all the way down here and buyers seems to have had orders ready here at this level. Perhaps with a stop down here somewhere and looking for a one-to-one one-to-one trade here, maybe taking profit up here. Yeah. So it's sort of a range environment if you look at this, like, yeah, well, only this part of the chart. Yeah. So we can see it's pushing here right now as I speak. There's only 8 minutes left of this candle. So yeah, we have a little bullish twist here in the future. So if we can get the close above the cloud here, preferably above 1550, which is the resistance levels here, above these wicks and here, somewhere up here, it could spur more upside actually. What is mixing the image? We see also a bullish sort of a MACD turning bullish down here. We can see that the SMA 200 is actually moving downwards. So it's sort of a mixed image, and the question of course is what to do if we get a close above here. Should I buy directly or should I wait to get a confirmation uh, of the breakout, so to speak? Yeah. So I think because we have this situation with the downward sloping SMA 200, usually what happens is that we need to get this to even out and start pointing upwards, and it will take a little time. So if we have a breakout, it's more likely than not that it will stall somewhere and then come down and retest the breakout level, which will be the cloud in this case. So it will probably then come all the way back to the cloud, not just this level. So, and by doing that, we get this shift in the SMA 200, which is really needed. It's a good thing if you uh, want to stick to the trade and trend. Use this particular trend trading technique using the Ichimoku system and the buying a Kuma Cloud breakout. But of course we don't have a breakout yet, so that's what we're waiting for here. You can see we're all pushing it hard here, and bulls probably trying to get a close above already now with this candle. So yeah, it's a bit unclear, but we're seeing some signs of recovery from this low here, 1470, about 1477, which also was a retest of the monthly S3, and that is of course quite oversold on the monthly chart when we come all the way down to S3. So yeah, it was sort of natural with some relief rally here from that level, and it was a good way to, of course, to step in, which most probably the large investors did, because we get this nice bounce from this level, and it looks simple when you look at the chart afterwards, but in the action, of course, you need to have eyes and confidence when you step in here. Of course, if you have this in the back. So yeah, but these pivot levels is really very useful for trading. They're very useful on all charts, time frames, I would say. Yeah, let's go up and have a look at the daily charts. And we see the daily chart. We are trading below the Kuma Cloud. The Kuma Cloud is projected. Kuma Cloud is negative. And SMA 200 is moving sort of sideways here. It's all signaling that we're in the lower part of this range, and of course we can expect a bounce up towards the cloud here. Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Taking out at this level, also taking out the SMA 200 and moving up towards the 1575 level. So on a daily time frame, which is of course it's a more natural time frame to trade if you sticking with the trade a little bit longer than just within a few days. It is still too early to buy, I would say, but of course if you use the H4 time frame, there is a way to trade this even on this time frame. That is to buy a breakout and to use this as a stop and to target up here somewhere. And once we get up here, move the stop to break even, and then try to see if it can gain momentum here and keep going. Of course, this is a big level here. You have 1, 2, 3 lows here tested. So this is a natural place for price to, well, for traders to take profit that enter down here somewhere, and so it's likely to get a bounce here. Question is, of course, how deep it would be. It would be natural, of course, that we came back to this level and then try to make a new break, perhaps where the cloud here is thin with a little resistance. I would say that's one scenario. Of course, we can also have a big failure here. Something happens regarding the global economy and the trade wars, and we get a sort of just plunge here. We're coming down here, so we have to watch out for that too. So it's a bit shaky, risky at these levels. So the best thing right now is just to regard it as a range trade, taking some profit and moving the rest to break even somewhere here if we're moving up, if we get a signal on H4, that is. So stepping up another level here, we're going upwards to the weekly chart. Now here things are starting to look more bullish again, which actually was the reason that I made the video from the get-go, because I saw the situation on H4 And we also have this situation here on the weekly chart. Sure, we can see that price has gone sideways here for quite some time now, and yeah, we're going all the way back to mid 2017. Actually, we're going sideways. So in this particular time frame, we can see price came down, made a false breakout of the cloud here. Of course, the projected cloud was bullish here, and strongly bullish too, actually. So this wasn't a likely breakout when it happened, and sure enough, it came back and closed with a wick here, even below this low. So this was sort of the ones who bought sold here for a breakout here were tricked. So that was a false breakout right here. This is also a retest of the yearly pivot point, so it's actually quite an important event that happened here on August 12th. August 12th, because we had a break of the yearly pivot point here. We came up high up here, and now we failed to retest the pivot point here. Almost did, but still didn't. From a technical point of view, the devil is in the details, so we really need to test it again, and that's what happened here. We tested it, and now price is really looking like it's going to close above here, which will get a buying signal on this time frame. So it's looking a bit brighter right now, and yeah, not much more to say. I guess if we get to close, weekly close above the cloud here, the natural first target would be somewhere up around these levels. Yeah, that would be the most likely next target. So there is quite some distance up here to work on if we get momentum and follow through here from a break. But the fact that the cloud here is bullish from all of this action down over here, I still think that there is more upside coming. That's my intelligent guess. That's all I can say. Of course, it's not really a trending climate. It's more of a ranging climate. So of course, taking profits on the way is very wisely if you're trading on a few months perspective here. Yeah, so on the monthly chart, I don't think there was much to say about that. Yeah, we can see here, by the way, that we still have a bullish cloud. We came back down here and tested the cloud from above. Also important retest, just like the retest of the yearly pivot point on the weekly chart. And of course, here we had a perfect conjunction of the yearly pivot point, which is here, and the cloud right at the same time. It all converged, and yeah, probably gave many big traders confidence to step in. And we have a long week now working here. Still red, sure, but it was a nice bounce from the cloud, and yeah, it looks bullish on the monthly time frame still. There is no, of course, this close inside the cloud here didn't really get any follow through. Instead, we bounced from the lower part of the cloud here. This was in the very early, very early parts of the year in January, early January. So yeah, we got the yearly low at the very beginning of the year, which, yeah, it's not very uncommon actually to have to have the extremes in the beginning or the end of the year like that. Yeah, that was all I had for this time. I hope I can come back and make a video not too long, because it's looking a little bit interesting here. And all right, thanks for me.